I can do this. I can do this. Just call the number.
Thank you for calling Sunny CCBHC. How can I help you?
Yes, my name is Charles. I would like to schedule a therapy appointment and was wondering when is your next available? I haven't been in a while and don't have a particular therapist I'd like to see.
Sure, Charles. Thanks for reaching out to us. We'd be happy to see you today.
Today?
That's correct.
Now?
Well, let me grab some information from you now. That way you'll already be in the system when you get here.
Wow, that sounds great.
In this video, we'll be showing what care coordination can look like at a certified community behavioral health clinic, also known as CCBHC. Care coordination includes organizing patient care activities and sharing of information among all participants involved in the patient's care. Let's continue on to see what happens next. Welcome to Sunny CCBHC. We're so glad that you're here. How can I help you?
Yes, I called a little earlier for an appointment and was told I can be seen today.
Sure thing. Can I have your name?
Sure, my name is Charles.
Thanks, Charles. I remember you from when you called in. I see that you submitted the intake paperwork on the online portal. You are all set. Please have a seat and we'll call you when it's your turn.
Thanks. Wow, this isn't as bad as I thought.
Is there a Charles here? Hi, Charles. I'm Sarah, and I'll be your navigator. How are you doing?
Not the best. I've had some personal things go on recently and was hoping to see a therapist.
I'm sorry to hear that, Charles. Just know that we're here to help. Before we meet with the therapist, there's a few questions I'd like to ask you, and I'll pass that information on. We're going to go in this room here first to get your vitals.
Vitals?
Correct. Mental health and physical health are equally important components of overall health, so we strive to focus on whole person care rather than just one part of the individual. If there are other areas besides mental health that are of concern, we want to make sure that you get the help that you need.
Okay, that makes sense, I guess.
Perfect. Now that that is taken care of, we're going to go in this room over here, and I'm going to grab a little more information from you and why you're here today. This information will be passed on to your therapist, and we'll get her in here to speak with you shortly. CCBHCs coordinate care across the spectrum of health services. In this example, Sarah, the care navigator, took Charles' vitals and recorded the results in the electronic health record. If there are concerns, those concerns are addressed with Charles. After gathering additional background history from Charles, the information is provided to the therapist. Mira, the therapist, met with Charles for an intervention, developed a crisis plan, and a plan for treatment. Mira discussed the details with Sarah, and Sarah will confirm the information with Charles and suggest additional services to address other healthcare needs. Okay, so Mira and you decided that it would be beneficial to meet twice a week on Tuesdays and Fridays. And you also talked about having 30-minute sessions, is that correct?
Correct. My job is 10 minutes away from here, so I can leave during my lunch.
Okay, we have that set up for you. You'll get appointment reminders a day before your appointment. Mira also told me that your blood pressure was a little elevated and recommended that you see a doctor. She told me that you don't have one. There is a doctor on this side of town, and he's taking new clients. His name is Dr. Smith. Would you like me to go ahead and schedule that for you?
Yeah, I've been telling myself I need to go to the doctor. I just haven't been motivated to go.
No worries. I'll give him a call and follow up with you to tell you the date of the appointment. I'll try to schedule it during your lunch. Mira also told me that you're interested in group therapy that meets on Saturdays.
Yes, I am.
I'll make a referral to the program director and let them know that you're interested. They'll be in contact with you about that in the next few days.
Sounds good.
Okay, Charles, you're all set up. I'm your assigned navigator, so if you have any questions or assistance that you need, I'm going to give you my contact information. Feel free to reach out at any time. I'll be in touch with you soon about the doctor appointment.
Hello?
Hi, this is Sarah at Sunny CCBHC. Is this Charles?
Yes, it is.
I'm calling to let you know that I got your appointment scheduled with Dr. Smith on Wednesday at 1 o'clock. Does that time work for you?
Yes, that's when I take my lunch, so that works.
Great. Do you need any transportation or anyone to go with you to the appointment?
No, I'll be fine.
Sounds good. I'll personally give you a call a day before your doctor appointment to make sure you're still able to go.
Thanks.
I see Paul, the program director, got in touch with you about group therapy. Do you have any questions about that?
No, I do not.
Okay, well, if you need anything else, you know how to reach me.
Thanks, Sarah.
Whether services are provided directly by CCBHC staff or through collaboration with medical or other service providers in the community, adequate communication and collaboration between providers are essential to best address the consumer's needs and preferences. The Care Navigator team at Sunny CCBHC are responsible for coordinating and managing care and services for consumers, including external providers or resources. It is imperative that CCBHCs have agreements establishing care coordination expectations with a variety of community or regional services, supports, and providers. Examples of other supports to collaborate with are schools, federally qualified health centers, primary care physicians, child welfare agencies, juvenile and criminal justice agencies and facilities, veteran supports, Indian Health Service Youth Regional Treatment Centers, and other social and human services. Necessary consent for release of information is obtained from CCBHC consumers for all care coordination relationships. Please note that if a CCBHC is unable, after reasonable attempts, to obtain consent for any care coordination activity, such attempts must be documented and revisited periodically. Care coordination is the linchpin of the CCBHC program. It's not a service, it's just what you do. CCBHCs focus on whole person care rather than just one aspect of an individual. In order to provide whole person care efficiently, it may require you to form relationships with other providers, meaning to coordinate each individual's care to ensure all their needs are being met. Please visit the SAMHSA website for more information on care coordination requirements for CCBHC.